In the lead up to Australia's election in early May, Hava Mendelle hands out pamphlets on the streets of Brisbane with a clear message.
Hey, we're voting to get Labor out of government.
The Jewish activist and mother of two previously backed Australia's ruling party for its climate policies. But she doesn't feel that the government has done enough to address a rise in antisemitism since the beginning of the Israel-Gaza war in late 2023.
I'm Jewish, my parents were Jewish, my ancestry is Jewish. But now I'm almost scared to say it, especially when I'm out with my kids. You know, we speak Hebrew at home. It's a second language for us, but I want my children to be connected to it. But I'm scared to speak about it, and I cover up my tattoo. I've heard people in the streets make comments about my tattoo, and yeah, like I don't want to put myself at risk, but I feel at risk sometimes.
Mendelle helped form the Minority Impact Coalition to boost Conservative candidates ahead of the May 3rd election.
We have a weak Labor government with radical Greens allies who are not doing anything. They're just not doing enough.
In Sydney, nonprofit worker Oz Fahmy has grown similarly disenchanted with the Labor Party, but for entirely different reasons. She previously volunteered to get her local representative, Home Affairs Minister and Labor member Tony Burke re-elected. But now, Fahmy is campaigning to oust Burke over what she believes is his party's dismal response to the Muslim community's calls for the Australian government to support Palestinians in Gaza.
You know, we wrote many letters, we made many phone calls, emails to our local representative about the issue of Palestine and the Australian government using our tax money to fund the current genocide taking place over there, only for it to have fallen on deaf ears. We're completely ignored.
Israel has repeatedly rejected any accusation of genocide, saying it has respected international law and has a right to defend itself after the cross-border Hamas attack from Gaza on October 7, 2023. Since then, local health authorities estimate over 50,000 Palestinians have been killed in the Israeli offensive, and most of Gaza's population has been displaced. Since late 2023, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese's government has walked a tightrope between expressing concern for Palestinians and supporting ally Israel's right to self-defense. The discontent of voters like Fahmy and Mendelle highlights how that approach has fractured support for the ruling party and angered pro-Palestinian and pro-Israel voters alike. Election experts now say Labor is vulnerable in a handful of lower house seats. It needs to hold its one-seat majority in Parliament and win a second term.